At exactly 3 a.m., we could hear them. Plates, glasses, people laughing. It sounded like a full dinner party happening inside the house. But when we opened the door, there was nothing there. My name is Elena, and this all started when my cousin Claire got married to a man named Connor. He was from Alabama, quiet, well-spoken, the kind of person who seemed completely normal. They got married in a small ceremony in Birmingham, even though most of the family didn't approve. A few weeks later, Claire moved with him to a large old house just outside Montgomery. From the outside, it looked beautiful, but the moment I stepped inside, something felt wrong. The house felt too quiet, too still. Connor was usually away, working late shifts, and Claire's mother-in-law was a very strange woman. She had a private room that no one was allowed to enter. Every evening, she would go inside, lock the door, and stay there for hours. She said she was praying, but something about it didn't feel right. The house itself was massive, a single-story building with a huge central hall, high ceilings, a fireplace, black and white tiled floors that echoed every step. It felt like a place frozen in time. The first night, I woke up suddenly. It was 3 a.m., and then I heard it again. Plates clinking, glasses touching, chairs moving, and voices. So many voices. My heart started racing. I sat up, trying to understand what I was hearing. It sounded like a crowded dinner party, right there in the hall. I got out of bed, slowly, walked to the door, and placed my hand on the handle. For a moment, I couldn't move. Something inside me was telling me not to open it. But I did. The hall was dark, empty, silent. The sound had disappeared. This didn't happen just once. It happened again and again, every single night. Same time, same sound. 3 a.m. Until one night, I asked Claire to sleep in my room. I needed her to hear it too. That night, we both woke up at the same time, and then it started again. Plates, laughter, voices. We looked at each other and slowly walked out together. But once again, there was nothing there, just darkness and silence. A few weeks later, Claire called me. She sounded terrified. Connor was working a night shift, and her mother-in-law was locked in her room. That night, she heard a knock on her bedroom door. She opened it. No one was there. It happened again and again, louder each time. Finally, she thought someone was at the main door, so she went to check. But when she came back, she froze. Standing next to her baby's crib was a man. He was wearing a long black gown. His hair was long, dirty, his beard covering his face. Around his neck was a heavy necklace. He was leaning over the baby. She screamed. The guard rushed in, but by the time he arrived, the man was gone. The room was still locked from the inside. When she told Connor and her mother-in-law, they didn't believe her, but we knew something of wrong. So one day, we entered the private room, and what we saw wasn't normal. The room was filled with idols, candles, incense, and strange frames on the walls. In the center was a small box. Inside it were feathers and strands of hair. It wasn't prayer. It was something dark. Later, we learned the truth. Years ago, a grand dinner was held in that same hall. Hundreds attended, and that night, the food was poisoned. Everyone died. But that wasn't the worst part. Because what happened after that is the reason people still hear them at 3 a.m.